Okay, so let's see if this other website will work. The other one wouldn't translate properly. So I do have it up, and I do have it ready to go because of that reason. I wanted to make sure it was actually going to work. I have not clicked everywhere yet, but it did seem to translate. So let me go ahead and click on some of these essential oils. Okay, let me click on their bergamot. Hopefully this page will translate in here. Okay, good, perfect, because the other one wasn't translating. Perfect. Alrighty, so what I'm looking for here, let me zoom in so everyone, hopefully even on your phone, can see, is a flag for phototoxicity. So this is not something that I'm seeing here. I'm seeing the benefits. And again, I am not reviewing to make sure everything that they say on their page is accurate. Okay, I'm focusing mostly on the safety and their recommendations for usage. So I am good. So I'm scrolling down. So maybe if I click on all of these, okay, perfect. Okay, so this has tabs. So this is cold pressed. So this would be phototoxic. So let me look at. So they are suggesting a blend to then use to add to a personal inhaler, which is good, because that would be the way to use the essential oils for anxiety, is to inhale them. Properties, practical application. So this is good for digestive issues, emotional health, stress. Precautions. This is what I'm looking for. Perfect. So they do have it listed here as having phototoxicity. And they even have 0.4%. Bravo. That is perfect. Notes and chemical compounds. Perfect. So I'm really glad to see that. That is good to know. That's exactly what I'd like to see. How to store it. So that's good. General information. Resources. Ooh, that's excellent. So Aromahead, that's where I graduated. That is good to see there. Perfect. Chemical composition. So they do have a GCMS report as well. So awesome. That's great. Wonderful. So let's see what else they have. Cardamom. This is one that is best for ages 10 and above based on the high 1,8-cineal content, which we will check out. So although here the safety information isn't listed, the safety information is tucked away over here under precautions. Do not apply to or near children. Direct inhalation should be avoided in children. Perfect. Love this. That is absolutely perfect. Okay, so I'm not seeing a GCMS report here. Perfect. Okay. Good, good, good. Yay. My hopes are now high. Let's see what else they have. Cloves. Now there's lots of safety issues with clove essential oil. Let's see what they have. Let's skip down to precautions. Let's see. So they do have a lot here. Let me see what it says. Okay. May cause irritation, sensitization. That is correct. 0.5% is absolutely perfect for the dilution. Excellent. Do not apply under age 2, which is perfect. Avoid using on cuts or sensitive skin. Perfect. The high blood pressure isn't accurate. That's really not a thing with essential oils. I do like that they're not suggesting to use internally and to use carefully when you diffuse around pets. That's good to know as well. Yeah, non-toxic is really a little bit misunderstood. I don't really think non-toxic really belongs as a descriptor for essential oils or not, because that's just really kind of an understood statement. Misunderstood statement, I would say. Alrighty. Eucalyptus. Let's see what they have here for the safety information. It should be do not use around children or children under the age of 10. Do not apply on or near the face of children to prevent them from inhaling too much. I would say inhaling at all. This is probably, I can't tell where that's linking to. Let's see, contraindications are due to the high 1,8-cineal. That is correct. Requires care when using with children. Let's see what their resources are. Aromahead. Okay. A bunch as among others. All right. So grapefruit is also phototoxic. Let's see if they have that mentioned here too, which they probably do because they've been pretty on the ball before. Does say phototoxic. Good to know. Doesn't say 4% though, so they left out the exact percentage. They did have it on a couple of the other ones. Lemon also is phototoxic. What I like is they have limited essential oils, meaning they don't have a bunch of essential oils, some of which should not even be used. So I like that they pretty much have basic essential oils that are generally going to be safe for most people. So I appreciate that. Make sure it has a concentration of more than 12 drops per 30 mil. I think that might be a little much. It should be to 2%. It becomes phototoxic. If my quick mental math was right on that, I think that's maybe a little bit high. But I could be wrong. But this needs to be to a 2% dilution. But absolutely glad that they flagged this for being phototoxic, because that is absolutely correct. And that is something everyone should be aware. Lime as well is phototoxic. Now, interesting how they have mint. I don't know if that could have been translated incorrectly, if it means peppermint or... Okay, so it does say peppermint here. Yeah, Mentha piperita is peppermint. Oh, they do mention Robert Tisserand. So let's see what they have for their precautions. So topical application max recommended dilution varies slightly between 1 or 2% for Aromahead and 5% Robert Tisserand's official recommendation. So yeah, it's actually 5.4%. But of course, rounding down. Do not apply on or near the front of the children to avoid inhalation of too much. Yeah, it should be do not expose children under the age of 6 to it at all. The point of keeping away from the face is so that they don't breathe it. So that's the purpose for that. The translation is not right here. Broadcast is okay for children over 3 years. That's super interesting. I'm going to actually click on the more details here because I'm assuming they're probably going to reference Tisserand's updated guidelines. But I'm not really sure. Let's see. Yes, so this is his updated guidelines, which are not reflected in his book. So I go by Tisserand's original guidelines, which say avoid under the age of 6. These are the guidelines that he published via a meme with no updated information to reflect this pretty dramatic change that he had from his book. So I do not recommend going with the updated guidelines. I recommend going with the guidelines in his published book, Essential Oil Safety, that has over 4,000 citations. And let's see, oregano has quite a few safety issues, as well as, low topical max. It's anticoagulant. So it is really good for viruses. I was just in my inbox on using essential oils safely, the public page, and I had a message from somebody wondering if this would be good for the coronavirus. Oregano specifically. And oregano is very good for viruses. It's huge for germ killing. It's amazing. It's wonderful. But it does have some safety issues. So my suggestion to her, and it would be my suggestion to you, especially if you aren't even sick yet, is to diffuse a combination of tea tree and lemon essential oils, which are also antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, even very good for killing germs, but is safe for all ages, pregnancy, breastfeeding, etc., and doesn't have the strong safety issues that oregano has, because it has quite a few. It can be very irritating to the skin and mucous membranes. The dilution is correct at 1.1%. It is not recommended for use during pregnancy. Yeah, not recommended for under age 2. If you have sensitive or damaged skin, you definitely also want to avoid. It does have certain medication interactions and stuff. So yes, while it is effective, it also has a lot of safety issues and it needs to be used with caution. Alrighty, so let's take a look at a couple more. Let's check out their rosemary. This has a similar profile to eucalyptus as far as not being recommended under the age of 10. Okay, so I skipped right down. Is this the camphor chemotype then? This could be the camphor chemotype because it has, they're talking about camphor. So yeah, a lot of people say not to use if you are pregnant. Okay, so this one is saying do not use under 5. It actually, that's only for the Cineal rosemary. There's camphor rosemary, and then there's verbenone among others. Oh yeah, right here. This is exactly right here. So Cineal is going to be the one that you want to avoid under the age of 10. So let's just take a look at the chemical composition so we can figure out which one this is. Okay, so let me zoom. How do I? It's down here. So I am looking for this right here. So this lists the constituents. So this is the 1,8-cineal chemotype. Do you see how much how much 1,8-cineal it has in this rosemary? It has over 40%. So Rodney Young and Robert Tisserand decided that any essential oil containing more than 40% of 1,8-cineal would be flagged for do not use around children under the age of 10. So this has 42, almost 43%. So this would be one that you would not use with children under the age of 10. There are some essential oils that have traces of 1,8-cineal. Cardamom sometimes has just under 40%. It should have more than 40, but sometimes you'll see a little bit less than 40. So this is definitely one you want to not use around children under the age of 10 because of the 1,8-cineal. So let's take a look at, I guess I didn't look at cinnamon yet. I'm not sure why it's way down here. Oh, because these aren't listed alphabetically, I guess. All right, so cinnamon bark does have quite a few safety issues. One being it's not safe for use during pregnancy, which I'm seeing here. It is highly irritating, and it does have this. So this topical application, this is actually what is published in Essential Oil Safety. However, Robert Tisserand has since updated it to 0.01% to make it easy for calculation, as well as to tighten up on the safety a little bit because it is pretty harsh on the skin. And yes, it's true. Do not ingest if you are using medication for diabetes. All right, so let's see if they have any blends that I can review, or if... Good, perfect. Synergies of essential oils. Alrighty, so let's see. So when I'm seeing names like Relief or Full or Inspiration or Harmony, they're almost like a little bit arbitrary names. Like, what exactly should the result be when using those essential oils? I'm gonna guess Full, maybe a digestive thing. So let me click on that and see. No, see, it's not. Full means completely round, everything. Okay, so this is more like theoretical. Okay, so I am more based on creating and using blends that are based on the therapeutic properties that actually have tangible therapeutic results that you can expect from a blend of essential oils. So something like Breathe. This is what I'm looking for. We know this is a blend for respiratory issues. We know essential oils help with breathing. So let's see. It says kids approved, so let's see if the essential oil, so we have some essential oils here which are for ages 10 and above. So we have eucalyptus 10 and above, spearmint, low topical max on that. Sorrow is interesting, and xanthozylum, that's interesting to see here. That's not one that you see very often. And then you have cedarwood, which is good especially with a cough. So let me just see what kind of safety considerations they have here. It can be broadcast. I wonder how, that's funny. This is translated from Romanian. So I'm wondering what that word is. This can be broadcast, even for children. Regarding topical application, we recommend you follow safety rules and do not exceed the concentration of 1%. So here's the thing. It shouldn't be used around children under the age of 10. And if you make it low enough where you think, well, it's just 1%, it's not a big deal, you have to realize then it may not be as effective either, though. So this is definitely a blend that I say should be 10 plus. It looks like, confusingly, they're also saying direct inhalation should be avoided in children. So they're saying to avoid direct inhalation, but to use it topically, but not more than 1%. Okay. So I don't think I would agree with that, but I'm glad they have some safety information there, so that's good. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, what would Stardust? What's the purpose of that? I don't know. Sleep? Could be. Let's see. Calm, tranquility, peace. Okay, so this is for sleep. Okay, cool. So I did get it. Right off, I'm like, and then I'm like, Cool original name, I must say. So, Pettigrew, Rosalina, Palo Santo, and Rosemary. So this is the Absolute, Rosemary Damascena. That's actually rose. So this, I think the translation is just a little bit off on this because this is a botanical name for rose, which is safe for all ages. Rosemary is 10 plus, right? But this does look like a calming blend, so I can agree with that. Let's take a look at Harmony, which should have similar essential oils in it. Awesome. Rose, black pepper, and geranium. Yep, that looks like it would work well. Safe for all ages. Low topical max needed on the rose, though, so that would definitely be best for inhalation. So it looks like they have some of these as saying kids approved. We did see the one that I don't recommend for children because of the eucalyptus, I believe it was. So let's take a look at the comfort one. Make sure all of these are safe for all ages. So we have lavender, carrot, German mussel, helichrysum, patchouli. So this is safe for all ages. The carrot seed essential oil, though, makes it not safe for use during pregnancy, FYI. Let's see if they have that here at all. Do not use during pregnancy and lactation. Pretty good. Oh, hey, VJ. Do you think diffused could be the translation for broadcast? Yes! I do, because I'm thinking, okay, breathe, but I'm like, breathe, broadcast, I'm like, inhale. There you go, it's diffused. I bet you're exactly right on that. Perfect. Alrighty, so I've come to the end of my review. Another one that is a breath of fresh air. I've had 2 tonight that I've been very pleased with the safety information on the website. I always love to see companies that include safety information on their website because I believe that means that they understand we can't rely on people to assume that essential oils have safety issues, and they want to help us out as customers by providing safety information for us. And I really think that companies should feel obligated to cover their own butt as well to make sure that their customers are using essential oils safely and are not causing harm to them or their children. So excellent information here. If you are wondering where I get my safety information, you can find some of my books at ueoslibrary.com. If you have any questions about anything that I've said, please go ahead and leave me a comment. So for those of you who have been following me the last several hours that I've been on, this is going to be the last one of the night. So thank you for being with me all night doing this. I will pick this up. I'm trying to get through all of these by the end of next week. So it looks like there's about 10 left that you guys have for me still to review. So hopefully within the next few days, you will see me finish those reviews. And once I've finished doing the non-US ones, I'm going to go ahead and do these live for the US ones. Now, I do have my opinions listed for some of the US brands over at usingeossafely.com/brands. I was just doing this for those outside of the US because for years you've been asking me for recommendations. So I'm finally like, okay, fine. Give me your links and I'll do my reviews. So I hope you enjoyed this. Again, any questions, put them in the comments below. And I hope you have a great night, great day, great afternoon.